Hey everyone, welcome back to Teenager Therapy. I'm Gael.
I'm Thomas.
I'm Kayla.
I'm Mark.
And welcome back to another episode of the podcast.
Welcome back after Halloween.
Yeah, this is
Or-
after Halloween.
Is this the
You know,
episode?
I've kind of learned to stop referencing
Other
points
episodes
that are recent
Okay.
events because sometimes the order gets mixed up and like we'll upload this one
okay.
before another one, one,
Okay.
and it's like pre-Halloween, like after Halloween. Like
Scrap
you
that.
never know.
Just
JK.
any other day.
Yeah, we're just existing at no particular moment in time.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yeah. Anyways, how are you guys?
I'm kind of tired.
Really?
Honestly. Yeah, I feel like this week has been tiring. But I haven't been able to take my naps. Not as much as I would like.
Right. Okay.
And then Thomas and I got our flu shot. And I think that made us a little tired that day. But then I tried sleeping, but I was like in and out of sleep, so it just made me more tired when I woke up.
It sucks. That's
It
the
was
worst.
Like, no, it was really bad.
It's terrible.
But now it's Friday, and I'm looking forward to the
Yeah.
weekend.
This is a quick week.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was
Honestly,
me,
it
but
went
it
by
was really
super fast.
quick.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's because it's the start of a new month. This
Nope.
always
Oh.
happens.
Oh my God,
This always
yes.
happens.
It's the start of November. October went by super fast. Like unbelievably fast. Like
Yeah.
probably the fastest month.
Hey,
was-
that week before it ended felt slow though.
No,
Really?
What do you mean?
it was just fast.
That's my theory. That months, the first week is fast. The next 2 weeks are like, pretty quick as well. And then, they slow down in like the third week, and then the fourth week is usually like the,
Fastest? Slowest?
Drags out.
dragged out. You're like the month is about to end, but then it just doesn't end. And it just keeps going.
Okay.
You're like, holy shit, that already
I
ended,
see
but it
that.
doesn't. I don't know. Anyways, that's a theory.
How are
Yeah.
you guys feeling?
I feel tired as well. I think lately, I took this pill that had melatonin. I think that's why I've been feeling
Wait, you took it when?
like a couple nights ago.
Oh,
It's still dragging.
I know,
on.
I
right?
don't
That
know.
shit was dosed.
The thing,
Oh.
laced.
Yeah, at least.
The thing with, I don't know,
Sorry.
the thing with like external chemicals, I think it like lasts me a long time.
Yeah.
Like caffeine.
Every time you take caffeine, you always crash. Like every time.
and why do you take it?
I need it. That's why I take it.
Okay, what are the pros of what it does? Tastes good.
It does.
Tastes good. I'm more energetic, and I like myself when I'm energetic
Okay.
because I get to
Self-love.
express more. I like expressing myself.
Cute. No, that's really cute. Yeah.
But yeah, I've been feeling really tired.
Okay. Well.
Me too. This week has been tiring. And I don't know if it's because of the flu shot. But like, I sleep for a lot more than I would expect myself to.
Mhm.
Like, there are times when like I wouldn't normally take a nap. But I just take a nap, and that nap lasts a long ass time. And maybe like my social battery and everything was just like burnt
Drained.
the fuck out for Halloween.
Yeah.
You know, whole weekend. Like, so maybe that's why.
Uh-huh.
I'm not really feeling the best right now, but it's okay.
I think Halloween weekend probably played a big role.
A lot
It was a
of
busy
events.
weekend.
Yup.
A lot of people is going home this weekend.
Yeah.
They're
'Cause
tired.
we just need a rest.
They need a break.
We need a
Yeah.
break. Yeah.
That makes sense.
But then you're gonna miss out.
That's what I need. Oh, FOMO.
FOMO, guys. If you saw our
Hashtag
last
FOMO.
episode, you would know.
It's okay because everybody's going home. So
Yeah, so it's
I'm
alright.
missing out.
How was your week?
I've been sleeping a lot too.
Whoa.
For some reason, like I go to sleep at 11. I wake up at 11.
Oh,
No
wow.
cap. Shit, really?
That's really good.
I don't know why I still feel tired. Like there's some weeks where I'm like sleeping at like 11 and I'm waking up at 9 like perfectly rested. But recently I go to sleep early trying to wake up early, but I still wake up at 11 and I could still go on for another hour.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm so tired, but
You're a growing boy.
maybe I am a growing boy trying to grow, I guess. So I've been sleeping a lot, trying to fix that.
Yeah.
Besides that, I don't know. I've just been kind of vibing. having a lot of anxiety over like the pressure to like succeed and like actually work. So I tend to sometimes put myself in like a standstill. So my days will look like very productive, and then I will crash and I will be like, holy shit, this is like, there's so much work ahead of me. I want to do nothing at all. So trying to find the balance for that to stop like feeling that way, because that happens very often. Is I'll feel very productive, I'll feel so optimistic, and then I feel like I like don't want to do anything. Like it's too much work. It's like gonna be so much. I'd rather just not do anything.
Yeah, that happens to me sometimes too. When like
Mm-hmm.
those weeks where just like everything seems to stack up, it's like I don't even know where to start, and it's
There's
it
so
can
much
be
work
very
ahead of you.
overwhelming sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like, okay, it's only like this week, but what's gonna happen next week and stuff like that.
You realize there's so much work still left to be done. You're
Yes.
like, fuck.
It's like so discouraging.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Yeah.
But anyways, if you guys are new to the podcast, welcome. I'm Gael. I hope you could recognize my voice, because people sometimes still can't.
I'm Kayla.
Yeah, that's Kayla. I'm Thomas.
Kayla.
That was so funny.
That was
Mark.
hilarious.
Thank
Good
you.
one. Good one. No. Welcome to the podcast. You know, sometimes we get like an influx of followers on like Instagram, and I don't know where they're
Really?
coming from.
From
Like-
the reels. No.
Did any TikToks?
TikTok?
I don't know. No,
Oh.
like there's like nothing blowing up in the moment, but for some reason we're just getting like a bunch of new followers, and I'm
Wow.
like,
Just
where are
have
they
that
coming from?
gravitational pull.
It's my
For
stories,
real. Let me
dude.
know where you found
Honestly.
this,
It's on
because I'm like, where are they? Like seriously, it's like a couple hundred in a couple
Well,
days.
I mean, we just went to the Spotify.
That's
thing.
very true.
Maybe that goes on people's like.
That's very true.
Oh, you know that picture I posted with Joshua Bassett?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of like people just came for that.
No way.
Yeah,
That's
it was,
awesome.
It was cool.
Interesting.
It was a good picture.
It was.
That was
It,
cute
it was a
picture.
really
Really
cute
good
picture.
picture.
It's with Joshua.
Gail should have been in it. I like.
Where were you?
Yeah, where the fuck were you?
Where were you?
I was dancing.
Oh.
Oh wait, should we do a little recap
Who's
on?
vibing?
Spotify party?
Yeah, or did we do it?
No, we
I
didn't.
don't remember. Yeah, we did.
No,
We did.
Just kidding.
I don't remember.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't, because that we couldn't have, because we didn't record a
Yeah.
podcast.
No.
Really? I feel like we
No.
did.
Maybe we did on Green Room.
Yeah, in Green Room we did it. Yeah, we won.
Oh yes.
wait.
Green room.
What's green room?
Guys, so true. Thank you,
That's a
Mark. That
really
was good.
important
That's a
question, Mark.
really good question, and we're gonna answer that right now. Spotify Green Room is where we go live every Sunday on the Spotify Green Room app every Sunday at 6 p.m. PST, and we talk to you guys, and you guys get to come on stage and talk to us. So if you want to come talk to us, there's your chance.
Yeah, every Sunday. 6
Every
p.m.
single Sunday, 6 p.m.
Every Sunday.
Yeah.
Rain or
Very
shine.
punctual. Very punctual.
We are. Yeah, we
Yes.
are very punctual.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So punctual.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
It is honestly, like I started exactly on the dot. Not even being sarcastic, like very.
No, it's like actually punctual.
Yeah, it actually is.
So far, we have not forgotten a date.
No.
We almost forget sometimes.
Yes.
We're like 10 minutes away from
Yes.
forgetting.
No, I have in my Google Calendar now, so I get 30 minutes.
I do too,
before.
but I like it doesn't remind me until 10 minutes before.
Oh, that's
You need to
weird.
change that.
I
Put
do.
it 30
I should.
minutes.
Anyways, guys, we are rambling about like nothing of value to you. So I'm sorry. We'll save the
about that.
Spotify influencer event till afterwards if you're interested in that.
Mhm.
But the point of this episode is actually to talk about our philosophy on life.
Yeah.
I've been having a change of heart as to how I want to live my life. And I can't explain why I've been having this, but I've like sort of started to really understand what makes me happy, what makes me feel fulfilled, and what like I want to spend the rest of my life doing. And I've came to the conclusion that I do not want a career. I don't want a career. Like, you know, okay, so here's how usually your life goes. You go to high school, and then you usually are like supposed to go to college, and that's where you pick a career. So they're like, you gotta pick something you're gonna do for the rest of your life and specialize in it. You're like, oh shit, like I don't know. So you just usually say like, okay, well fuck it, I'll choose whatever you know, business major, like art major. Actually, most artists don't do that. A business major. I don't fucking know what else is there. Computer science, chemistry, neuroscience. Yeah, like pre-med. So you just choose something that looks kind of interesting and you go with it, even if it's not necessarily what makes you happy. And so after that, you graduate college, and then what's next? Oh, well, now you just find a job. Like, just find a job, start making money, and then, like, that's it. Like, you just keep working, keep making money. Eventually, you'll buy a house, have a family, and then just, you know, keep working. That's kind of it. You just keep working that same job. And that makes me really depressed. Like sometimes I want to cry thinking about that. Because I just like imagine myself doing just one thing for the rest of my life, and it's like very soul crushing thinking like that's just the one thing that I have to do. Like I imagine myself like, what if for the rest of my life all I ever did was like marketing, or I don't know, like yeah, marketing, right? I don't want to do that for like 50 years. Like it just seems so boring. And maybe I'm just young, so I don't understand that eventually you get into a routine. And so my philosophy, is there a mosquito?
I thought it was. Is that a fly or a mosquito? I think it was a fly. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, it's a mosquito.
It was like right in my face.
Yeah, anyway, sorry for that. So I've realized that what I want to do in life is just do random shit. Like I just want to try and like make every idea that I have come to life. Cause like I don't see myself working as an employee. Because I feel like I'm a creative person and also very restless. So I like the flexibility of being able to move on from things like as soon as I'm no longer getting joy from it. So I really just want to like live the first 30 years of my life just like fucking around, making new things, creating new ideas, like I don't know, starting a company. Maybe I'll be a fucking artist. Maybe I'll like be a Discord mod and just get paid for that. Like I don't want to be locked down in one city in one job for like the next 20 years or whatnot. And then maybe once I'm 30, 35, I'll be like, okay, well, I've like done, maybe I'll be like ready to like settle down or something, and then it's when I'll like specialize in something. But for the most part, like I think I really just want to keep exploring, make enough money to like support myself and my family, and then just like explore everything I possibly can. Because it is depressing that like you're young and you never really travel or anything. Like you're just like most people stay in their hometown, they go to college, they get a job in that hometown, and there is a family there. Like there's no traveling, there's no like exploring new hobbies, exploring new things, and that just seems really, really sad. And so yeah, that's why I've been kind of like, what if you just spend your time doing random shit, and then maybe some of it works out, and if it doesn't, then you go back to school or some shit. I don't know.
Sounds like you've been thinking about that a lot.
Maybe like 2 minutes max.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Well, what are some of the things that are like interesting you right now?
Right now, I really love community, like communities, and I have this thing for ambiances and like environments. And so I know right now what I want to do is I want to bring people together, make people like, I don't know, connect through shared emotions, and also create the environments to, I don't know, make you feel stuff. Facilitate it, basically. So yeah, like
As in like set designer?
I don't know necessarily a set designer. Right now I've just been enjoying connecting with people. I think connection has like played a big role in the last like decade or two with social networks. But not a lot of meaningful connection. So I've just been figuring out ways of like, how do you encourage meaningful connection? So that's been really interesting, just like community building. Something I've been interested in.
I was gonna bring up this perspective. I think I saw a TikTok on this where I always say this. I think I saw a TikTok on this, but I actually did.
It's
And
starting a
source,
conversation.
TikTok.
Yeah. And basically, I think it was this girl commenting on like a lot of people complain about the whole like going to college, getting a career, working 9 to 5, getting a family, getting a house, and then people, you know, don't want that lifestyle. And I completely understand why. I mean, I'm sure it's not the most exciting lifestyle, but this girl who was commenting on it, she was just saying how that's like the dream for just immigrant families. That's all they want. Like to them, that's all they need. And then when I kind of saw it in that perspective, like, yes, you can have big goals, but I don't think it's like necessary to kind of like shit on that lifestyle because that's honestly a nice lifestyle. I mean, it seems like a fulfilling one, but if you want more, then go ahead and get more. But like, there's nothing wrong with living that. Like, I think people just, I don't know. Like, I guess everybody has kind of wanted like a more exciting life, and that, you know, going to college, getting a career and family, and then all of that, it just sounds too boring for them. But I don't think it has to be boring. Like, I think it could be fun. There's nothing wrong with it. And
Yeah.
And I also think that, like, for a lot of people, that type of lifestyle is unattainable. Like, to, you know, be able to, like, have your own schedule, pursue, like, what you actually want. It's unattainable for, like, a lot of people. And so having, you know, that 9 to 5, that structure, it can be comfortable. And, you know, like, it just offers security, which
yeah,
is nice.
and like even that lifestyle is already like that's a privilege to have. Like, not everybody can get it. So I don't know. Maybe we should do a little less complaining about it. Like, it's okay to live that.
That's the lifestyle that I want to live, to be honest.
Right?
That's the dream for me.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
thank you, Mark.
I thought you were
Thank
gonna
you.
elaborate, but
Yeah. I think it's the stability aspect. I think it's just the type of personality that I have. I'm a very like conventional, systematic person. I prefer things to be easy, or not easy, but simple. You know, having that type of lifestyle that you guys are talking about, it's not difficult. I mean, it's not easy. Oops. It's pretty difficult to attain, but it does keep things simple.
Yeah.
And you know, like the simple things, the most simplest things keep me happy or make me happy. Just having a family, having a stable job, and just doing things that I enjoy.
Yeah. It's very much depends on what type of person you are.
Yeah, it
like,
really is.
Yeah, because a lot of people are very much like follow the system, like just, I guess, follow like these specific instructions, and it kind of guarantees you stability, like stability.
That's it.
No, I'm sure. No, I feel like there's like usually 3 words.
It depends on what you're doing too, because the 9 to 5 job, or the job that provides stability, can be the work that you want to do, the one that does fulfill your purpose. You know, like if you want to be a teacher, that's something that I would like to do, like in the future, far future. I'd like to be a teacher and, you know, just inspire like the next generation of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Like an exciting, I don't know if I would want to necessarily have like a exciting or like very active, exciting new life like for my entire life or whatever. Because eventually stability is good. Humans kind of thrive on stability and routine, knowing what to expect. So highly exciting and like flexible livelihoods aren't always very stable, because you never really know what to expect, and that also kind of causes anxiety and stress in someone. So yeah, there also is nothing wrong with like the 9 to 5 life, because a lot of jobs can be exciting. Like I see people that work at Google, and it seems like a nice life. It's like you go to work, you do your work, and there's like food, it's a nice like community, there's nice people, there's good perks, and then you go home, you do what you enjoy, and there seems to be like flexible time off and all that. I think what definitely isn't very enjoyable though is a 9 to 5 job that is like when you're living paycheck to paycheck. When you have a 9 to 5 job and you have responsibilities you need to take care of, and there never seems to be a time where you get to just relax and not worry about like, where's your next meal going to come from? Where are you going to pay? How are you going to pay rent? Or how are you going to, you know, what if you lose your job? So that kind of like 9 to 5 job lifestyle, I think, is what people are scared of. And then also corporate life. I think corporate life is what people focus on a lot. And that's why a lot of it's like hated on. The very conventional corporate lifestyle.
To be honest, I don't even know what type of lifestyle I want. Like I genuinely don't know. Like at least in the near future, like up until I graduate or something. It's weird because I don't picture myself like, I don't picture myself at a 9 to 5. I sort of just see myself like
Just vibing.
doing what I want, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I haven't really thought about it that much, if I'm being honest. I guess I just don't think that far into the future. But yeah, I don't really know what I want.
I think for me, it's like the same kind of, but I have an idea of like things I want to do in life. Like, I know I don't always want to live in California forever.
Yeah, for sure.
I know a lot of people who want to stay in California, and I don't blame them. It's a nice place to live. But I want to live in New York, and I want to live there for a good couple of years. I want to get like a styling position for maybe a magazine or a publication. That would be nice. Like, there are like little things that I want to do in life, but I have no set expectation or like image of what that's supposed to look like. Like, if I end up working a 9 to 5, like, I guess that's fine. Like, I don't know. I'm just figuring it out. And that's the whole point of like college. Like, I'm going to college to figure it out. So I'm not stressing about it too much. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like I don't set expectations for the future, and like with each year in college, I'm hoping to figure that out more. You know, it's like every year that's closer to graduation, it's more like, okay, now you need to start figuring things out. Because right now I'm a freshman, you know, it's like not in the near future, to say the least. But once it comes near, then I'll start to think about it more. But I would like to live in New York for a while. We will be living in New York for a while. Exactly. But yeah, I'm excited to travel. I know that for sure. I'm excited to travel. Get out of California for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
I want a job that allows me to be creative. Like, I don't know if I can live the kind of lifestyle I want, where like he's kind of in control of like what is supposed to happen, and like he can just like go from project to project to project, because I don't know if I like the idea of like being my own boss. I feel like I like being told like, okay, can you do this, and then can you do that? Like, I like just offering my like skills to somebody else rather than like doing something all by myself. So I think that's where I'm different with Gael, but I think Gael's like goals, like that's very ideal. And as idealistic and like amazing as that sounds, we also have to be realistic, and like I just don't know if that's achievable for me. So that's why I don't like, yeah.
I think my goal career-wise can be summed up in like just one sentence, and that's that I never want to feel stuck in a dead-end job, or I want to make sure that whatever I'm doing professionally, it's something I truly enjoy, and I'm able to leave it as soon as it's no longer giving me fulfillment. I don't want to feel like if I'm not enjoying it, I don't want to feel like I'm stuck there. Like I have to do it because there's no other option for me. So if I'm like working on this podcast, I'm no longer enjoying it, I don't want to feel like, well, it's my job. Like I'm a podcaster. I have to keep podcasting. Yeah. That's my goal. That really is. Like I am always trying to figure out how to pursue happiness, and fulfillment. And something that I've also realized recently is that no matter how much success you obtain in terms of like numbers and awards, like that isn't actually what makes you happy. And a lot of us think we do, because I remember when we started this podcast, we like used to think like, well, could you imagine if we ever got like on the New York Times, or like we ever got like just one article written about us? Like that would be huge. Like I'm sure we would be so happy if we were like one of the top podcasts in the world. And that's what was like our idea of like, that's going to make me happy. And once we finally achieved that, like it didn't really feel like it was anything all that special anymore. It was like, it's pretty cool. Like I'm proud of it. It's cool, but it wasn't something that was being my source of fulfillment and happiness. the reason I'm like still able to enjoy this podcast isn't because there's a lot of people that listen to it or like a lot of download numbers or a lot of like articles about us. It's because people message us telling us we actually made an impact. And that's kind of like those acts of service that I'm able to like do for other people. It's what's keeping me fulfilled. And like, this is something that's worth doing to me. Like, it makes me happy. So that's something I've realized, because there's a lot of ways to make money. There's a couple of things that I could be doing and choosing to focus my time on if my goal was to make money. And I've tried to like focus on it, but there's no passion in it. There's like no reason. Like I'm like, okay, I know this is gonna, make me some money. Do I have like the will to push myself for it? And I never do, because it's just so boring. It's like, it's not creative. It's like boring. There's no sense of fulfillment in it. And I've realized that I definitely feel a lot better and a lot happier when I'm just pursuing things that make me feel fulfilled, regardless if it like is going to make money or not. So I think that's what people mean when they say don't chase money, because it's not going to bring you fulfillment. Ultimately, doing acts of service and feeling like you're useful to the world is usually what kind of makes you happy.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think there is just such like a huge problem in like trying to differentiate money from like fulfillment, because there are so many people who go into like majors like neuroscience, pre-med, and like computer science, so like make money because they need to make money. Like their families don't have like generational wealth that they can just rely on. And if you notice, like people in like creative majors like art or dance or whatever, their families are usually rich. Like they have something to fall back on. They are able to pursue a creative major and career because they don't need money. And that's not the case for everybody. So like, I don't know. I think it's like a lot of people, like they probably do not want to be studying computer science willingly. It's just that they need to make money for their families and for themselves, because they don't come from a family that has that kind of money. So they need to be the ones to do it.
I agree. And that's where I find myself right now. And I've been sort of thinking about this, because it's like I'm sort of stuck between making like a lot of money, giving it to my family and me, but like my main goal, I guess, is to be able to give it, some of it, most of it, like to my family, like give them what they need or want. But then I feel like I can't do that unless I go into something that's like accounting, for example, because that's like, it's a guaranteed, like you're gonna get a lot of money.
Yeah.
Compared to like if I were to do marketing, it's more like nothing is really guaranteed there, And so I'm like stuck between like, I want to be able to like give back to my family and myself, because I don't want to have to like struggle anymore. I'm done, bro. I'm tired.
We're done.
And then like pursuing something like more creative, you know? So it's like sort of hard to find that balance. But what I tell myself basically is just like, you'll major in accounting, you'll make some money, and then you could just do what you want.
Yeah, exactly. That's also a viable route.
That's what's pushing you right now.
I think something worth asking yourself is, are you willing to be poor or are you willing to be unhappy? And that's going to kind of be a good guiding force for how you think about life. And so when I think about, would I rather be like really, really poor or really, really unhappy? I would honestly rather be poor. And I think that's why it has made like my life easier, because I know like even if it's not making money, even if I'm like in need of like donations or whatever, at least I'll be happy. And it seems like that usually is the better choice. Like we keep thinking that like, I don't care if like I'm dreading every single day of my life, as long as it's stable and I have a house, then I'm okay, I'm fine. But that just doesn't seem like it's worth living. Like I think so many people have chosen that route and ended up in a really bad place. It doesn't seem sustainable. However, to your point, if you could handle being unhappy for a couple of years, or like because a lot of people do take that route of like, I know this isn't what I truly want to do in life, but I'm gonna do it just to save up money to do what, and to like unlock new paths for me. So that's also something.
But the way
do.
I see it is like, I don't picture myself as being unhappy during that time. It's sort of just like a side.
It's
thing.
something you have to do.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't picture it as like I'm gonna be miserable. If anything, I'm like still looking forward to it. I'm like still excited for it. I feel like I'm gonna learn like so many new things. So it's like I'm not unhappy about it.
And sometimes it's not even like it's this or that. You know, you can do
multiple things. At the
yeah,
same
and
time.
then you could be you could be happy doing the things that you do enjoy, and that so happens to make a lot of money. I think I do agree with you. Like, you should choose something that does make you happy. Yeah. No, for sure. Yes.
He's changing his mind right now.
Oh, no. I forgot what I was trying to say, but
Well, would you rather be poor or be unhappy?
I don't
That's a
think
good
I
place
don't
to
think
start.
that should even be a question. Be poor or unhappy.
I feel like there is a way to balance both.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it is possible. I think it's just like a change of perspective, I guess. Seeing the things that that you're doing. You know, it's actually really hard. No, it's really hard because to be creative, like, it's hard to make a lot of money when you're doing something creative. Yeah. Never mind, I'm confused.
Now he's confused. I mean,
No, it's because like for me, I'm just very glad that I know what I want to do. And the thing that I want to do does make a lot of money. So that's why I don't really think about it too much for other people with what they want to do.
Oh yeah, that's a good position to
And what do
be
you
in.
want to do, Mark?
Do something with math. That's it. Just do something with math. And I know that'll make a lot of money if I go to like into the tech industry or the computers. That's why I'm very fortunate enough to like have that route, I guess you can say.
Yeah, it's a field that does make money.
Yeah.
You could have both. I'm trying to think about it. Yeah, I'm sure you could. Like, but can you? I don't know.
I think you could have both, but
Like, if you're miserable in your job,
yeah,
I guess you would just have to find like things to outweigh the miserableness.
I guess so. I think it's just a lot of sacrifices that you have to make.
You have to pick and choose what you want.
Yeah.
And so, I am choosing to just pick happiness.
Yeah.
And things that just make me feel good. So maybe I will change that later and be like, you know what? I need money.
Yeah, because I feel like that's exactly what everyone who like wants to pursue like their own interests and stuff says. Like, I just want to be happy, but then
let's see when you're in the position
if they don't have like family that's gonna back them up, then like what's gonna happen? If they don't have a trust fund, they're gonna be like, oh shit, now I need to make money.
Yeah.
To pursue those goals.
Yeah. And to be clear, I'm willing to like be unhappy in a job for a year if that's what it takes to eventually reach happiness. Yeah. So that's totally fine. However, I'm talking about like 5 years plus of like dealing with being unhappy. Then it's like, things can get pretty bad. Mental health is not something to mess with. Yeah. You think you could handle it, it really fucking like kicks your ass. So yeah, I'm willing to be like unhappy for a couple of years if that's what it takes to eventually reach true happiness, but not for like more than 5 years, I would say.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So, recently I've been very like, I've just been excited about life and what's to come. Like, every time I think about what's next, is I know I'm going to be like building something new. I'm always going to be creating something. So it excites me that I just have to keep living, and eventually I'll look back and be like, whoa, my life has changed so much. Eventually, like you said earlier, I want to live in Mexico City one day.
That would be so nice.
I really, really want to live in Mexico.
Can you imagine like building your own house in Mexico?
Oh,
That would be
I'm gonna
so
cry.
nice.
I'm gonna cry.
Don't
Stop
cry.
it.
Don't cry, because if you cry, I'll cry.
Yeah. So I
Oh,
just
shit.
want to be close to my culture, my family, and just like be able to do that while staying happy. So I want to do that. I want to live in Paris, New York for a little bit. Just want to live everywhere, spend some time in new places, and just be able to make money and live.
Yeah, no, literally, that's
Why I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to specialize in anything. People spend the first like 18 through like 25 mastering their craft and becoming an excellent like coder or artist or fucking whatever career they're in, like marketer. And it's like, I don't know. You have like the next 40 fucking years of your life to master a skill. And you're only going to be this young, this healthy, and this fit once. I just feel like it's a much better way to spend your time just going out.
But that's the
Trying
thing.
to
That's
make
like
it.
the obvious choice for everybody. Like, it's not like people are willingly choosing the other one.
no, I don't want
Like-
that for me.
Like, I don't know. I feel like you're just kind of like forgetting that people don't have a choice. They don't have the privilege to do it. Like, some people really need the money.
Yeah.
Like, the whole reason their parents immigrated here was so that their children can make money. And like,
Mhm.
it's just, it's
Yeah.
yeah.
It's all about perspective, because I'm in that exact same position. Like, obviously, I don't fucking come from money or have like any ounce of privilege in this country.
You're a man.
And
Yeah,
like-
that's true. I am a man.
And I think
Thank you.
like what you're doing
Privilege check.
is
There
very
you
like
go.
brave. You know, it's like
Yeah.
it's not something that a lot of people in your situation would.
Would be willing to do.
Yeah.
It really isn't. I'm a fucking dumbass. Really. Don't listen to anything that
I
I'm saying.
did not
don't
say
know.
that.
Yeah, I don't.
No. Like, actually, though, it is a
No.
very like naive thing to think
No,
about, because I think you
what-
have to
I
be
think
young
what you're
and
trying to say,
naive.
guy. I think that like people have options. I think there's other.
Oh, that's
choices
true.
Or
That's
options
true.
other than like going to college and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think also a lot of immigrant children feel this way, is that they feel trapped. Because like you said, like they feel like they have no
Yeah.
fucking choice. Like they would love to do that, but they're like, I can't, because I have to make my family proud. I have to make money. I can't afford to not do it. And that could be a lot of pressure. And I don't think you weren't necessarily asked to be born. You weren't asked to be born in that situation or like be an immigrant. And so it's not fair that you're kind of like stuck with those pressures. So that's why I always say, like, do what makes you happy. And a lot of people just get like, I can't, but I really can't because of all these factors. But you can. It's
Yeah.
hard, but you can.
Yeah, it just like, takes a lot of work.
It does.
But I feel like no matter
Mhm.
what choice you make, it will require a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
No matter
Yeah.
what route you take.
I think like obviously you have options. Like you can literally choose to do anything with your life,
Yeah.
but it's also like life can also just be really unfair.
Yeah,
And there are
that's true.
very valid obstacles, like systemic obstacles that are in your way,
Yeah.
and it prevents a lot of people from ever reaching that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like I'm not saying like, you know, if you are in that situation, like there's only that option and like stuff like that, but it's like for a lot of people it just is like, and you can tell somebody and just really emphasize and explain how important it is for them to just pursue something that they're happy with, but that won't change a thing because they know that it's like their moral obligation. It's like the same. It's kind of like the same thing with going to college. It's the same thing with like just a lot of things. It's just
It's
really
hard.
some like yeah, you can always use that argument that you have the choice, you have options, but when you really look at it in a realistic perspective, do they even do they have those resources?
Mhm.
Can they choose that option? Like, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
like a very. It's
It's a valid point. It's a really valid point, because I am very naive, and this is a very idealistic way of thinking of, well, if you just choose happiness, everything will work out in the end. So that's why it's really about your philosophy on life. Like, are you a realistic person that's like, there's these challenges, like my life is set up in a position where I don't have the privilege to do that even if I wanted to. And so some people, like, yeah, there are actual very valid obstacles, and that's like, it's really unfortunate. And it sucks that that is just the way some people have to live with things. But I'm also like a believer in the philosophy of like, there's a lot of luck involved in a lot of life. A lot of success is just luck, and it's more about finding ways to increase your chances of getting lucky. If you do nothing, right, for the next 10 years, you just stay like at a minimum wage job, you don't try to meet new people, take a risk at like creating something of your own, or like, I don't know, exploring something new and then putting the work in, your chances of getting lucky and like making it like aren't going to increase. What I think my worldview is very much shaped by like the work that I've put in to like increase my chances of getting lucky, because I have had the motivation and like the drive to teach myself new skills, like take risks and just explore doing new things and creating stuff. I've put myself in a situation where I'm more likely to get lucky and like strike success, if that makes sense. If I were just to have like sat back and like not started the podcast, I would have never had this opportunity to get lucky and like make a successful one. This totally could have failed, but the fact that I did it increased my chances for it to actually succeed. So I think also a lot of times it's just people want a lifestyle and they're like, well, I can't fucking do it because of all these like challenges or like factors in my life. Some valid, but then also sometimes you do have to take a realistic look and be like, well, what am I actually doing to like overcome it? Because a lot of us do like getting like, it's hard to just, you know.
It's riskier, but it's a lot more rewarding. And like, it's just whether you want to take the risk.
It's just how badly you want it, really. Yeah. And the thing is, I'm a firm believer that if you do something enough times, you'll eventually gonna get lucky and somehow like figure it out. There's some very dumb people that are very successful, and the only reason they're successful is because they were naive enough to just keep trying over and over and over again until they eventually somehow made it work. And even themselves don't know how they did it. They're just like, I just like worked hard, and it's like, okay, you weren't working very smart, but you just kept fucking doing it and you got lucky. So that's why I'm like, there's a lot of luck involved. If you have 60 years to try at to win a game, eventually you're bound to win it, even if you're not the smartest individual.
Good analogy.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very enlightening.
I like the discussion.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, please, obviously, only don't take my advice to make any major life decisions. Do your own research. Make your own decisions.
But I feel like, Kyle, like what you're doing right now, it's like obviously, oh my God, it's obviously like risky, but like I don't think you're like dumb for it. You know,
right?
I feel like in your position and like where you are right now in life, it's like this is the perfect thing for you. Like I don't really see you doing anything else but like figuring out your own, you know, interest and like doing your own thing. And I think right now is like the perfect time because we just got out of high school. You know, it's like we still have so much time right now. So like, I think, I don't know, I'm excited for you. Excited to see what you're gonna do.
You have the skill assets and the drive to do it. So that's why I don't think you're dumb for doing it. Like, I think, you know, you're just following your dreams.
Yeah.
And you can do it.
Yeah. By the way, just to clarify, in case you guys don't understand my humor, calling myself a dumbass was more of a rhetorical dumbass, right?
We just don't want Kyle to be down.
Yeah. So thank you guys. But yeah, it's definitely kind of odd though when you see people, when you like, I meet people that are older than me and they're like, oh, nice. What do you do? I'm like, I'm a podcaster. They're like,
I do
really?
freelance.
You dropped out of college? Yeah. Like, oh, really? How come? I don't know, just for fun, I guess, just to work on my own stuff. They're like, they kind of see the doubt, like, you sure that's a good move for you?
Remember when we were having that conversation with that lady?
Oh, yeah. People, yeah. If you dropped out of college, if you're in the same route, if you're just taking your own, like, unconventional approach, there's a lot of people that are going to doubt you. Because it's a natural thing. You're worried for people. Like, can you really do it? You're scared they're going to fail. But, like, what even is failing? Like, I feel like the lowest I could go is I'm, like, at a minimum wage job with a roommate living in, like, a random city that isn't so expensive. So, like, is that really that bad? Like, failing? I think we're all scared of failing. And, like, well, what if it doesn't work out? Well, then you get a minimum wage job and you work. Like, that's
it.
as worse as it could get, really. That's kind of it.
But yeah, we're also extremely privileged to say that. Like,
yeah, no, I was really gonna say like that's a
This is,
very
like,
privileged ass thing to say.
It's like very privileged to say that the lowest we can be is to have a minimum wage job. That is absurd to think about. That's not the lowest we can be.
Yeah,
It can be so much worse than that.
yeah, it really can be, and I think a lot of people take that for granted. Like,
Yes.
What kind of factors would make it, like, worst?
Just so many things.
Really?
I feel like, I don't know, especially when you put it in terms of like,
first,
sorry. Well, the way I was thinking about it, like when you were saying those things, like I was sort of taking a global worldview.
Okay.
It's more like there's a world outside the U.S.
Yeah.
There's a world outside like California. And it's like so many other people are going through other things in other countries.
Mm-hmm.
They're like far worse than having a minimum wage job.
So then in that sense, like, the worst we can be is literally like the best for some people.
Exactly.
So that's why it's like, yeah, like even saying like that's the worst thing that could happen is really even not that bad if you change
and
your
everybody
perspective
has
a
their
little bit.
own like definition of failure, you know?
That's true.
So it's like,
that's true.
What do you consider to be a failure?
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess just because obviously I hope you guys all understand we're all talking from our own worldview. We're like aware of the fact that like some people have it a lot worse. There tends to like whenever we do these type of episodes, there always is kind of like the, well, what about this and what about that? And it's the sort of like who has it worse.
Yeah.
So it's like, yes, obviously. I don't know. It's like that's a hard thing. I wish everybody
it's
could.
hard to complain about like and talk about our like
Problems.
our problems, because there will always be privilege. Like everybody has some sort of privilege over another person, and it always conflicts.
It's the fact that it's a battle sometimes, or the internet makes it like a competition of like,
who got it worse?
you guys are naive kids for thinking that's even bad. Like, I live in this person and this is my life and it's worse. I'm like, okay, like you don't have to invalidate other people's experiences. So that's something to think about. A disclaimer.
But even then, it is valid sometimes. Like I do think that sometimes we just do gloss over the fact that like what we complain about, it's
so minimal.
It's very minimal. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's obviously I don't want to invalidate what we say and how we feel about things.
It's a hard thing to balance.
Yeah, right.
Do I invalidate myself or do I appreciate myself?
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like there's so many like systemic issues and things to consider when we talk about like life choices and like the kind of lives we want for ourselves. Like Gal thinks that like the worst we can do is like be in a 1-bedroom apartment with a friend working minimum wage. Like that sounds good, but like is that possible? Is that still like going, like can that really be the lowest you can go if you really consider everything else, like finding the job and like paying for rent and everything? Like there's just so many things.
Yeah, for sure. And that's gonna be an interesting like conversation on how like our experience and our like how we were raised kind of affects our worldview, because you know I was raised by an immigrant. I've been surrounded by immigrants my whole life, and so I know that like I know how like you know it's like if you come to this country right on like nothing and you're able to somehow like make it there, then I don't know, there's a comfort in knowing that I've seen like what a quote unquote bad life could look like, and even then it's like not all that bad. That's something I'm thankful for, is that even what some people would consider like hell, like absolute like poverty, like, oh my god, it's so sad. It's like, it's not even that bad. Like, I don't know, it's like you could still be happy even if you're working a minimum wage job.
Yeah, and not everything is like monetary, you know, like
true.
it's not always financial.
Yeah.
Like family does a lot. Like
Mhm.
as I feel like you could be surrounded by family in like in any circumstance, and then you'll be fine. Like you can be happy with just like a fulfilling family and like the love you have with the people around you, and it can do a
Exactly.
lot.
Yeah. I think this conversation would also be a lot more insensitive and naive if we were all like white males.
Exactly.
Then it would be like,
Yes.
Yeah. Just so everybody
Yeah.
knows, like we all came from immigrant families. Like
Low income.
yeah,
Low
no
income
no trust
immigrants.
funds here.
Low income.
yeah.
No generational wealth.
That's always
I
worth
wish.
pointing out a
Yeah.
disclaimer, because
Yes.
sometimes we'll get
Yes.
comments like, well, you guys don't know what it means to be like an immigrant from an immigrant family with a low income. You guys, somebody literally commented that Kayla's point of view, that like if you drop out of college, then like you're kind of scared that what are they doing in their free time? They're like, oh, well, not everyone has a trust fund like you. I'm like, oh, girly,
That's
listen to
weird.
the episode.
Oh
I
my
said, I
God.
recommend you listen to our episode called
I
Growing Up Poor.
Oh my god, literally the episode where I was just bawling. Oh my god. Yeah, no, we don't have that.
Yeah. So
As much as we would want to.
some people might
We're
see
setting
these
that up
clips.
for our families.
That's true.
So,
That's
Yes.
true.
hopefully.
Hopefully. Yeah. Some people are going to see
Hopefully,
this on
yeah.
We are. Thank you
Knock
for
on wood.
correcting me.
That's
Okay.
not wood.
Sorry. Anyways, so I don't know. Hopefully that like provoked some interesting conversations on how you want to approach your life. So we went to a Spotify party that we got invited
Halloween
to. A Halloween party
party.
at Saddle
We
Ranch
should-
in Hollywood.
Wait, is that the Saddle Ranch?
The
Oh,
Saddle
okay.
Ranch, the one where
Yeah.
David Dobrik goes, where
What?
Addison
Oh
Rae
my
goes, where
God,
Charlie
oh my
goes, where
God,
Lil
oh my
Hoodie
God.
goes. Yeah, that's Saddle Ranch, and we were there.
It was what? Why are you smirking?
just the way the girl was describing it. Yeah.
It was pretty cool. I have to say, I like Gail's costume.
I was
it provided comedic relief. It was
comedic relief.
Yeah. Not a lot of
Yeah.
people were dressed silly. like
Yeah.
Gail.
Yeah.
It was,
You're
it was looking
different,
hot.
Gail.
I
You're
am.
quirky.
I'm husband material.
Yes. How did we get there?
Okay.
Yeah. So I was dressed as Scooby Doo. If you want to see
Oh,
the
yes.
Instagram pictures, go to @teenagertherapy on Instagram. In the moment, I was not in the right headspace to like think anything of it. But sometimes I look back, I'm like, I probably sounded like a fucking dumbass.
Why?
I don't know. I was just like, I like think like, how was I acting? I was like, very interesting. Because sometimes when I approach social situations, I like think of it like I'm gonna be myself to the fullest, and maybe that requires me being dumb. Because sometimes I could be very stupid. So I'm gonna just see who I vibe with at my fullest. But then later, I kind of start to regret. I'm like, maybe I should have been more toned down. But I always remind myself, like, no, it's a good thing.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing because then the people that you do make connections with, it's like really genuine.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I know that we could be good friends,
Yeah.
you know, instead of just having like these mediocre friendships.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Even then, it's like an influencer party. There's
Yeah.
like
mhm.
you can't really expect much meaningful relationships to come out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was cool. Like we met some cool people.
Definitely Carlson.
Yes, I was about
Oh
to
my
bring up.
god,
Literally highlight of my night.
that
Like-
was
like
it was
great.
it was crazy.
It was amazing.
It was crazy. So Thomas and I were just sitting down taking pictures, and then I see somebody walk past. I was like, Thomas, that's definitely Carlson. That's definitely Carlson. And he's like, what? No. And she had gone into the restroom, and so we were just like waiting outside. We were just like waiting by the pool table. Not like right outside, but we were just waiting outside, just like waiting for it to come out.
Mhm.
And then we saw her, and I was like,
And
yeah,
like
that's her.
this wasn't even like something like we could be chill about. Like I didn't give a fuck if I was like.
I was like, when else am I
fangirling
gonna
and
see
shit.
her?
Like I didn't care. This was my one moment to like just meet her and talk to her.
She was so
And
nice too.
She was
She
the
was so
sweetest.
nice. So nice and kind and pretty.
No, yeah.
She's gorgeous.
She's amazing.
She's gorgeous like in real life. She's gorgeous.
If you don't know who she
Absolutely
is,
gorgeous.
I don't want to. You can look her up on Instagram.
You know who she is. Don't act.
Yeah.
You know.
And if you know who she is, then you know.
Yeah, you
how big
know
of a deal
the
this was for us.
significance.
Yes. And she was like the only person I cared about at that party. Like after that, I was just like, okay, we can go. Like it's fine.
Like that. And the thing is, we would not have expected her to be there.
She was like the last person I expected
Yeah.
to see. But yeah,
Interesting.
Devin Lee Carlson was there, and
We got a
I
picture.
feel like there was like, recognizable faces and stuff. But for the most part, I didn't really
recognize
see anybody
all
I
too many.
knew.
Yeah.
Joshua Bassett.
Oh yeah.
There's a few people.
Joshua Bassett was there.
Dude, I think Kylie Uchis is so pretty.
Oh my
She
god.
looked so good.
No, she
Dude.
looked really good.
When she was riding the bull, I guess I was like right next to her photographer. I
Really?
didn't know. Yeah. So when she came off, she was like right in front of me, like literally right on my face. And so then when she was leaving, I like told her like, "Oh, I love you." And she was like, she looked at me and she was like, "I love you too."
Oh shit!
And I was like, oh my god. I was like, that did not just happen. And like, what are the odds? It was like, I thought it was just some guy taking pictures on like a
Yeah.
camera. That was literally her
I was like, why does she keep looking at him? Like, we have cameras here too.
I was like, how is she gonna get the pictures? Like, how does she know? Well, that was her photographer. She's so pretty.
She's so pretty.
So
She's
pretty.
really
I'm
pretty.
like, how is that a thing?
Right?
You know
It's, like,
what's
crazy.
really, really funny is that every time I see Callie Uchis, I immediately think of Gail's mom.
And I see it.
No,
I
like
see it. I
Gail's
see
mother and Callie,
Yeah.
they could be sisters.
see
Like
it.
I can totally
Honestly,
see
I
it.
For
kind of see
sure.
it. I
Yeah.
did kind of
See it.
see like my mother and her. I was like, huh.
Mommy.
Mommy? Oh, Callie?
Oh wait, it's Kylie. Mama. Yeah, no, it was so funny. Like I handed her a business card.
You handed everybody a business
Yeah, I
card.
did. On the hustle, guys. It's a pretty cool project. And yeah, when Callie Uchis was getting off, like walking, I saw Kayla be like, "Oh my god!" And then she came in my direction, and I just called her like beautiful. And then I was like, "Here," and she's like, with her nails and shit. And I was like, ah. Yeah, she was like, "Thank you." I was like, "You're welcome." So that was kind of funny.
And
I was
then she
like,
threw that shit away.
No,
Yeah.
she laminated it and she kept it forever.
for real. But you know, at least we're in her memory.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
probably not. But she's in ours forever. She
Yeah.
like those little interactions will live with us forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And ever.
For real.
And
And the fact that like she's Latina really makes me love her even
God,
more.
Yes.
Like I'm like,
Like she's part of the culture.
I'm glad. I want to see you succeed and dominate the music industry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything else interesting? I feel like
Lizzo
it was,
popped up out of
yeah.
nowhere.
There was a
Yeah.
surprise appearance from Lizzo, and like
Started
we didn't
singing.
expect to see her.
I didn't even know it was her.
Yeah.
Neither did I.
Nobody did until like
They saw you
The last
first singing,
song.
yeah. Yeah. So Lizzo popped
was
Lizzo
good.
popped up. Troye Sivan was there and I didn't even realize.
Yeah, he was there.
yeah.
That's so funny.
Caucasian James from Twitter
Yeah, right?
was there.
I did not know that.
I saw.
I don't even
I
know
saw
how
I
he
knew
looks.
that it was him, and I was like,
How?
"It's Caucasian James."
I don't even know how he looks like. I only know
He's
like
a
just
He's a
Caucasian
man.
Yeah.
I only know from his style.
Caucasian
No,
James.
but like I saw him and I was like, "What is he doing here? Like how?
What?
Like why are you here? Like not in like a bad way, but it was just like how? Like why? Like what? You know, it was crazy. So I thought that was pretty funny. I was like, because I have been following him on Twitter
me
for like
too, yeah.
years.
Long ass
Bangers.
time. One of the
Yeah.
first.
And he's
one
like
of the
so
first
funny.
tweets.
Like his tweets make me laugh sometimes. So I was like shocked to see him. I was like, what are you
Fuck,
doing
only
here?
sometimes.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Damn, only sometimes.
Yeah, only sometimes.
Fuck. Sorry,
Sorry.
Caucasian James. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Pretty cool. Some couple of TikTokers and influencers were there.
Mhm.
Oh,
What?
I saw this one TikToker / IG influencer, Sav Palacio, but I didn't know if it was really her. But
Wait,
then I saw-
who?
Sav Palacio.
Did she have short hair?
No, she was wearing a cow outfit. I should have said hi.
What'd she
Wait,
do?
Can you describe her?
She's just like this Filipino lady in a
Oh,
cow
no.
costume.
I was talking about somebody
And it was her. It was actually her.
Mark, you were mute like 90% of the time.
I know.
Everybody was so quiet.
What do you mean?
Everybody was just sitting down.
Yeah,
it was
bruh.
so sad.
I wish
I
there was like a
wasn't quiet.
mosh.
I have like
A
pictures
mosh
of you guys
pit.
just straight up sitting down.
No, I remember
throughout the
you.
night.
I remember
We
you
were-
and Mark were sitting
we
down
were
for a good bit
talking.
just talking.
Yeah, what's wrong?
Oh
with
yeah,
what's
we
wrong
were
with
talking for a little bit.
Yeah.
It was like 5-hour event. I was talking for like 15 minutes
Yeah,
while
it's
my
a
phone
good-
was
No,
charging.
The boots were
Good.
killing me.
Oh right.
Oh,
They
You're like
they
killing
were
me.
they were bad.
the boots were really bad,
I was just vibing out there.
dude.
I like dancing.
We looked so good.
Thank
And-
you.
did.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
we all did.
We all, we
We
all
all
did.
did.
We all
Thank
did.
you.
Yeah,
You guys didn't
we
bring my
just
back.
Looked
Fuck.
so good. And if you want to see our costumes, check out the
Yeah,
IG.
teenage therapy.
IG.
Guys, we sound like fangirls right now.
I mean, I
Yeah.
literally only cared about Devin. Like that's the only person there
Oh.
that I
That's
cared
crazy.
about.
And we talked to Tila.
Oh,
Hello.
that was crazy too.
Hello.
Who's Tila?
Oh,
She was like
Um,
Done.
since Vine, bro.
Who's that?
Big
Um,
from
Cow.
Vine.
She was wearing the,
She was the
Toy
cow
Story.
girl.
Oh.
Jesse,
She was-
Yeah, I
Dude.
know who.
and then the boyfriend Ty.
her boyfriend Ty, he was so funny and cool.
The fact that you remembered our names, I was like,
He liked
you're like
me.
the first
Just kidding.
person. Oh, not Thomas's.
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's her
Yeah.
Instagram?
but Ty was
Tila?
very cool.
Tila
like,
Dunn.
He made me
I
feel
don't
comfortable.
know.
But I used to watch Tila's videos like a
Oh, no, no, no.
long time
like
ago.
YouTube videos.
Yeah, YouTube videos.
I don't know if she did YouTube.
No, she did YouTube. I
I knew
remember like
from
watching her
Vine.
do her makeup like on her bedroom floor.
That's crazy, huh?
Yeah, and then I was having a conversation with her. I was like,
What'd you say?
What? Oh, I forgot. We were just like, oh, I'm Kayla. Blah blah blah. I don't know, small talk.
Word.
You don't remember?
No, how can I?
Damn.
I forgot how to say her name.
Tila
Tila.
Dunn.
Tila Dunn.
Tila.
How do you spell that?
Oh wait, maybe it's
T-E-A.
T-T.
Yeah, right. It's like T something.
Isn't it TEA?
T-T-E-A-L-A.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
You're the fangirl.
Interesting. Okay, well, that's
She
yeah. It was
was
a
cool. She
pretty
was nice.
pretty cool event. Fun time seeing people. Yeah,
It
cool
was
stuff. Cool stuff. Anyways,
Cool stuff.
we'll keep you guys updated on the influencer insights.
Yeah.
Yeah, the T.
There's a lot of white gays there.
A lot of white gays.
A little too many.
Too many. White gay twinks.
I would like to see some more POC.
I would.
I
Me
would like
too.
that.
I would.
I feel like all the famous people that like companies always invite are like the same white TikTokers. Like the same ones. Like, I don't know. Like I've never even heard of them.
We're
But they're
taking
there.
offers. We're taking offers, guys. Taking invites. Invite us.
Yes, sir.
Invite us as your token POC.
Yes, guys. Oh my god. Let's make a meme calling like us token POC and then get invites. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. Hopefully you got something out of it. This was a little bit of a longer episode. Hopefully it wasn't too jumbled.
Cool.
But we appreciate you. What should we ask in the poll? Oh, in the poll I'm gonna ask, would you rather be poor or would you rather be unhappy?
And be honest.
Wait, what?
Be honest. Would you
Poor and unhappy.
poor or rather be unhappy?
poor and happy or unhappy. And
Sure.
rich?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.